What is happening, guys? Cowboy here, and welcome to Wizard of Legend. So this is an indie title that kind of flew in under my radar. I'd gotten a couple emails about it asking me if I wanted to check it out, and like most press emails, I usually just glance at them and then delete them because I'm lazy. But a couple of you guys mentioned on Twitter, you were like, yo, you gotta check this game out, and here we are. So this is a new roguelike game, just released across all platforms. In particular, I got it for the Switch because I love roguelikes on the Switch. It's just, something that's fun that you can play while you're traveling. But I gotta say, this is probably one of the better roguelike titles I've played in a while. I mean, my most recent favorite is Dead Cells, which I love Dead Cells. I had a blast playing it. And I would put this on par with that. It's just, the combat is very tight and fluid. You have a lot of character customization in terms of the combos that you use, and the game feels challenging, yet fair. So I'm going to be going through, just doing a quick run, basically as far as I can until I die, just to kind of give you guys an idea of the gameplay, and then after the run I'll go a little bit more in depth into things. So here we are. You start with 4 basic moves. You have like your generic attack move. Right now I have like a lightning thing. You have a mobility move, which mine leaves behind an ice clone. You have your main magic, which I have on ion orbs, which I can point in a direction, up to 3 of them. They regenerate on counters and leave them, then they shoot off. Then you have a signature move, which I have this one where it throws out a bunch of knives. Health in top left, right under that there's going to be a little bar that will start turning blue as I do combat. Found the boss room already, that's good. The basic idea is you just go through the level, which are, levels always randomly generated. Finding enemies to fight. And as you kill stuff, you build up your blue bar, which will let you do a powered-up version of your signature move. You collect gold, and then you collect chaos orbs, which you can use to purchase additional abilities. So that was like a powered-up version of my Obsidian knives there. It basically just adds more knives into the throw, as well as making them stun. And element-wise, you have fire, ice, earth, and then electric. But there's more than just that. Like I like some of the electric moves, or not the electric. Like I've seen fire moves doing the Obsidian knife thing. That's not really earth. It's more like a metal. I've seen some of the ice-based moves have like water-type effects as well. I have one ability that lets me charm enemies. So you do have quite a variety of spells. I think the press release said they're supposed to be like over 100 or something, but give me this chest. Oh, okay, I think I need wind to unlock this. It's my first time encountering one of those. I'll have to keep an eye out for a wind spell. So as you go through each level, and we're going to split things up into levels and stages. So right now we're on like the ice stage, and we'll have 2 levels here and then a major boss fight. And then we'll go to either the fire or the earth stage. So far I haven't been able to get past one of these stage bosses. Each area has different merchants, like this one, I can buy some health stuff. I know that stops fire. I don't know what that does, or that, or that. And then these portals will all lead you back to the boss room. And the idea is you go through the generated level. Once you find all 3 portals, the boss will unlock. You fight the boss, and you move on to the next level. And that's about it. I mean, the combat is really crisp, and I think there's enough combo potential between all the spells to keep things interesting. But there are things I would like to see improved. Namely, like the map. Like right now, I have the arrows, so I know back up top are my portals, but if I wanted to see what was out to the left, hitting start, I can just go title screen and options, or pause. That's it. There's no way to pull up a big version of the map to be like, okay, yeah, I completely explored the left. So if there's something that I can't see, like if I'm trying to find the last thing, to unlock a boss, it may take a while before I'm actually able to find the thing, just because I'm going to have to rerun through the entire map searching until I find it. So I do find that kind of annoying. I'd like to be able to pull up a big version of the map. Ooh, baby. What does the enhanced version do? Let's see. Final burst is larger and shocks foes. Let's try it. Doesn't seem larger. Well, we'll see what happens when I actually encounter someone with it. Oh! Like that. It has like an AoE chain on it now. That's pretty dope. Yeah, that spell is OP for one of your basic abilities. Who's this guy? What are you doing? Buy your relics. Nah, my dude, I think I'm good without selling you my relics. So now that I've found all 3 of those, though, I can go to the boss. Damn, fuck. I'm gonna kill this thing first, because as you kill stuff, you get both gold as well as chaos gems. Kind of see those on the bottom of the screen. Wait a minute. Oh boy. Stay away! That room was no joke. Alright, I think green had heal, and I'm gonna need that for sure, so let me go to green. Yeah, so I don't like that we can't pull up a whole map, because, you know, right now, for example, it says 98. If you look at the map in the top left, you can kind of see a faint thing where it says 98%. That means that somewhere there's a part of the map I haven't uncovered. It might be one more fight, and I would like to see where that's at on the map, to go look. Additionally, you know, like I can go like this and hit my left trigger to see what my abilities do. You know, leaves an extra decoy when it's enhanced, orbs fire forward and backwards, daggers deal more damage. And I just get a general idea of what stuff is. You know, generate a charged orb that syncs up with other orbs and releases a stream of lightning. Okay, so I can, you know, shoot out orbs, and they're gonna create a small range AoE and lightning. But I don't know what this shit does. And as far as I know, right trigger doesn't have any use, so I'd really like to be able to like hit right trigger and see exactly what this is. Because hitting Y, I can't even look at it, dude, just gives me an angry face. So I do think that's a little bit of a downfall for a roguelike game, you know, where you're finding a bunch of random items. I think it's important to, you know what you're getting before you pick it up. And I know, you know, part of that's going to come along with time. I know Isaac does it like that. You know, you just pick up shit. And half the time I would pick up shit in Isaac, I didn't know what the hell I was picking up. God, I hate fighting Burst Mage. Oh, shit. No, stay away. $13 fucking health. Jesus. Oh, okay, right there. So after each level, you can pop open the chest, get a heal, get some goodies. You can reuse the portals, which is good, because, you know, if you lost a lot of health at the boss like I did, you can go back, pick up stuff, and then you go on to the next level. So stage 1 clear. And now you'll see I'll do the next part of the ice, and then after that, I would fight the ice boss. And that's basically the gist. You know, it's all randomly generated, so the order you fight these in will always change. So far, I have fought the Earth guy twice, and this will be my second time fighting the Ice Lady if I reach her. But the bosses have pretty good movesets. You know, it's a lot of dodging and having really good timing to get past them, but it doesn't ever feel like it's, you know, unfair. Those are obnoxious. Gotta love lightning stuns. What I think is cool is, like, you really do have completely different playstyles depending on what you pick. Like, right now, this is very much a kind of single-target kit. You know, I'm focused around doing the lightning, working in a couple of X's to get the orbs, and then I have that, which is... So these are all, like, straight-line, mainly single-target DPS type things. But there are spells that are a lot more control-focused. There are spells that are a lot more around AoE. Like, I have one that I'll show you some of the spells after we finish our run. But one of my favorites, there's this water torrent one that what it does is you hit an enemy with a torrent of water, and it creates like a tendril, and then every additional enemy that gets hit by the water tendril, it like grasps them and basically keeps them in place for a few seconds. So it's like a damage and CC option. And that's in the water spell. Whereas on the other hand, pure ice spells are a lot more just hard CC. Like you're actually going to encase somebody in ice and you'll do a little chunk of damage when they get frozen and keep them there for a second. But the water one was like ongoing damage and crowd control. Kind of show you the ice. Like if I teleport, it's not going to work for the archers. Fucking. Man, fighting 3 archers at once. Pain in the ass. This is where having a build that has a focus around crowd control could come in handy. Deferred Dynamo. I haven't seen that. I have this. Mentos Imperium is like a huge AoE charm. Whirling Tornado, Homing Flares. Homing Flares is pretty cool. It's like a basically circle of fireballs around you that'll seek onto your enemies and hit them. Ooh, here we go. One of the challenge rooms. Except he's bugged. There we go. Alright, so Taffy, you gotta pop this fucker fast enough, which I should be able to do without a problem here. Nope. I'm gonna go triple X on him. There we go. Stacking everything up, got him to pop. And let's see, what did he give me? Blazing Blitz. Dash forward and pummel an enemy with a barrage of fiery punches. I like that, so it's like a dash offensive move. Yeah, so I think I mentioned it, but you always start with 4. As you go through, you'll find little challenges that can unlock additional arcana for you to use, or you could use gold that you've earned to buy additional arcana to get up to 6. Ooh, that was spicy. Wait, what is that? That's a... Ah! See, that enemy dropped, I think that's a relic, but I can't get it without... There we go. Blasting Sprite Aura. Let's see what that does. Summons a sprite that slows enemies. Only one sprite can be held at a time. So it's that little orby thing floating around me. Oh, here's the boss room. Alright, well, let's try it. See what we got. Ooh, man. I am playing with fire getting that injured. We need to... Nope. I need to... Is anybody selling heals? Nope, you're not. What was red? Red was... Yeah, you. Damn it. Alright, so... Probably gonna get annihilated by the frost boss, but we'll go in and do what we can. And I'm not sure if there's more once you get past all of these, because I haven't gotten that far yet. But I'd assume there is, because it doesn't make sense that you only fight earth, fire, and frost. There should be a lightning boss as well. Oh no, 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 oh my god. Oh my god. That was brutal. I'm pretty sure I know what spell that is, and I'm gonna have to get that. So, oh, didn't mean to go all the way back to the menu. But yeah, anytime you die, you just come back here, and obviously you lose all the gold, but you've kept the chaos orbs that you've gotten on your journey. So, after that, usually go by town. There's a couple things you can do before you jump back in. You can buy relics, which you always start with one relic. I like the raspberry cookie box, just because I find that health is very useful, so getting more health orbs is certainly nice. But you know, once again, back to that complaint, I have no idea what this shit does. So do I really want to spend 30 chaos orbs to figure it out? I don't know. And it'd be nice to just look. Like, you know, if you think about it in Dead Cells, if you pick something up, and you can see what something is before you decide to buy it or swap to it or even swap back. Over here, this lady, I can trade chaos orbs for gold, so I can start with gold. Over here, I could buy additional outfits. No idea what they do, but I'm guessing vigor is probably health, pace is probably speed, and then grit is probably like defense or something. And then I can always buy spells over with this guy. So I have Toxic Trap Dash. I've picked this up before. This leaves behind a Poison Cloud when I dash. I don't know what Ignition Drive does, but it sounds badass, so let's pick it up. Blast enemies away with a chain of explosions? Ooh, I like that. That's slick. So as I mentioned at the start, a bunch of different abilities. Oh yeah, and it inflicts burn. Totally keeping that on. That's badass. I could be like, boom, 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 boom. So over here, you can talk to Tomy, and Tomy will let you swap up your stuff. So just for example, like a different playstyle, which I've used before, is I'll use that. Right here, I'll use Thunder Drop usually. And then here, I'll use Rock and Roll. And this is a much more of like an AoE style loadout. So I have the Big Fists, which do good stun damage. They have good knockback. When I want to advance in on the enemies, I can hit X, do the Thunder Drop. That's going to temporarily stun them. And then my AoE does these giant buzzsaws that come out. So lots of spells to use from, or to choose from. As you guys kind of saw, the combat is very fast-paced, very precise. Like I said, this is on... Oh, it also has co-op. I mean, I'm probably not going to do any co-op on my Switch, but this does have couch co-op. So you could, like, play this with a buddy on Xbox or PS4, just sitting on the couch, which I think this would make for a pretty fucking dope couch co-op experience. I think I'm actually going to keep Rock and Roll on. Rock and Roll does work. So back to Ignition Drive, and then... Can't be Bait Bull Rail. But that's all it really is to it. I mean... I would like to be able to make the map large, and I would like to see what stuff it does before I pick it up, but, you know, that aside, for a pixel art roguelike type game, where there's, you know, there's so many of these pixel art pixel art roguelikes, I would say this one has definitely kind of risen to the cream of the crop, so, for now, at least, this is going to probably be my new go-to title on the Switch, at least until I get Monster Hunter Double Cross, or excuse me, Gen Ultimate, or whatever they're calling the US release of it, as well as Dark Souls. But definitely a solid pickup and obvious with some couch co-op as well. So either way, guys, that is Wizard of Legend. If you guys like this and you want to watch more, let me know. It's a huge pain in the ass to record on the Switch. I have this like weird finagled setup right now to get this video out, so if you guys like this game enough, what I would probably do is just pick it up on Steam, and then I could play it on stream via that way, because I would much prefer just using my PC setup versus trying to stream via the Switch. But it does run fine on the Switch, it's just a pain in the ass to record footage on the Switch. But either way, thanks for watching, and we will catch you guys next time.